Hi, I'm Dr. Andrew Zelenetz from Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center. When it comes to labeling for biosimilars, the FDA's draft guidance, released in March of 2016, recommends that biosimilar labels contain clinical data from their reference products. These labels are referred to as cut and paste labels, which means that the approved indications for the biosimilar are picked up directly from their reference products' labels. This is based on the principle of extrapolation, an essential element of the biosimilar development pathway. Notably, biosimilar labels do not include the clinical data used to establish biosimilarity. You might ask why the FDA recommended this approach. The FDA reasons that the fundamental information regarding safety and efficacy of a drug is established by its reference product. Biosimilar trials are designed to demonstrate that a proposed biosimilar has no clinically meaningful differences from its reference product. Therefore, the safety and efficacy data that physicians need to make prescribing decisions are in the reference product's label. The FDA guidance notes that information from the biosimilars clinical trial should only be included when it is needed to ensure that the biosimilar will be used safely and efficaciously. Let's delve a little deeper into the anatomy of a biosimilars label. Please note that the FDA guidance is exactly that, guidance. As with all guidance, it is subject to change. The FDA guidance recommends that the highlight section of a biosimilar label contain the biosimilar molecule's unique name, date of approval, and a statement noting that it is a biosimilar. The current FDA guidance states that biosimilars must have a unique, non-meaningful four-letter suffix in their names to distinguish themselves from their reference products and other biosimilars of the same molecule. The approval date below the name indicates the biosimilar's approval date, not the date its reference product was approved. The FDA guidance recommends the highlight section include a statement that notes that the product is a biosimilar. However, per FDA guidance, the rest of the biosimilar's label may mirror the reference product's label. For instance, the FDA recommends that the indications and usage section of a biosimilar label is consistent with the reference product's approved indications and includes all extrapolated indications granted to the biosimilar. It is important to note here that biosimilar labels typically include indications for which the biosimilars were not studied. This is because the FDA allows the use of a biosimilar to be extrapolated to indications if there is scientific justification, largely based on similarities such as mechanisms of action and pharmacology. Indications with different mechanisms of action or pharmacology are generally not covered by extrapolation and are typically not included in the biosimilar labels. The safety and efficacy data included in biosimilar labels are picked up directly from the reference product's label. Information that is unique to the biosimilar may be included in the label. However, the FDA guidance does not specifically note where this information should be placed. The FDA recommends the reference product's name be used in the biosimilar's label when clinical studies with the reference product are described. The FDA has determined any data taken directly from biosimilarity trials be identified with the biosimilar's brand name or molecule name. Given the FDA's recommendation to use reference product data in biosimilar labels, you will most likely not see biosimilarity data included in the clinical trial section of most biosimilar labels. Finally, because the reference product's overall risk-benefit profile is relevant to the biosimilar, the FDA recommends to include in the label any risks identified with the shared molecule name, even if a particular adverse event didn't occur during the biosimilars trials. It is important for physicians and patients to understand which drugs are being used. This is also important for accurate pharmacovigilance. The unique naming and clear labeling of biosimilars are important for clarity and transparency.